Homophobia. This generally means fear of homosexuals or hatred of members of the LGBTQ plus community. June 12th, 2016, a man named Omar Mateen went into the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, murdered 49 people, injured 53, and held people hostage. Here is Barack Obama summarizing the events 4 days later. This was an attack on the LGBT community. Americans were targeted because we're a country that has learned to welcome everyone, no matter who you are or who you love. And hatred towards people because of sexual orientation, regardless of where it comes from, is a betrayal of what's best in us. So nice of us. We're just sitting here. Reminds me of 9/11. We were just minding our own business, and then they hate us for our freedoms. Donald Trump. Let's go to the total opposite side of the aisle. Donald Trump, what does he have to say about this? This is a very dark moment in America's history. A radical Islamic terrorist targeted the nightclub, not only because he wanted to kill Americans, but in order to execute gay and lesbian citizens because of their sexual orientation. It's a strike at the heart and soul of who we are as a nation. It's an assault on the ability of free people to live their lives, love who they want, and express their identity. Okay, all inspiring. It turns out, just because the club happened to be a gay club does not mean he was targeting the club because of that. It was also mostly young people. It's not because he had anything against young people. It was in Florida. He didn't have anything against Florida, and Floridians in particular. Now, a reminder that much like a protest, the purpose of terrorism is to amplify a message, not conceal it. So we actually have a transcript of the Omar Mateen phone call. Listen in, see if you detect sexism, homophobia, the hatred of Americans, hatred of Christians. Here's what he says. You have to tell America to stop bombing Syria and Iraq. They are killing a lot of innocent people. What am I to do here when my people are getting killed over there? You get what I'm saying? You need to stop the U.S. airstrikes. Tell the U.S. government to stop the bombing. They are killing too many children. They are killing too many women, okay? I feel the pain of the people getting killed in Syria and Iraq. They need to stop bombing Syria and Iraq. The U.S. is collaborating with Russia, and they are killing innocent women and children, okay? The airstrikes need to stop and stop collaborating with Russia, okay? The airstrikes need to stop. You see, now you feel how it is. Now you feel how it is. Far from being paranoia, the Council on Foreign Relations actually published the number of bombs dropped on Syria and Iraq in this year, 2016. Syria, 12,192. Iraq, 12,095. If you walk into the Capitol building without a permission slip, you're a terrorist. Dropping 24,000 bombs on two countries who never initiated violence against America, that's just public service. I mean, what's wrong with keeping people safe? Turns out The Intercept got their hands on some of these documents relating to a portion of these bombings. According to The Intercept, when it was good with Glenn Greenwald, not today. During one 5-month period of the operation, according to the documents, nearly 90% of the people killed in airstrikes were not the intended target. In Yemen and Somalia, where the U.S. has far fewer limited intelligence capabilities to confirm the people killed are the intended targets, the equivalent ratios may be much worse than 90% of people killed who were not the intended target. And by the way, for them to determine intended target, they basically play like 6 degrees from bin Laden. If you were ever in a country that experienced radicalism, you're an intended target. Lori Calhoun works with me at the Libertarian Institute. She said that at one point it was all men ages 16 and older who were considered military targets. Very devastating. Again, even though men were the only people in that document who were considered okay to kill, the problem is not gender. Or else we'd just say, yeah, you got to include 16-year-old women onto that too. That's not the issue. The problem is the initiation of violence.